Hi, this is Miss Cindy. I hope everyone is doing great today. I'm still continuing with trying to do some crafts with just supplies I have in the house, and I have a couple of projects that I want to attempt. My next project was going to be, I had this vase for some flowers I got for my birthday. So I held on to it, and then I had some fairy lights from when I used to build doll houses some years ago. So I know I was going to do something with that, but I also really want to do this large pyramid. So I decided to take one of these packages of fairy lights from the vase project, and I'm going to try to do a pyramid, like a night light with some lighting. And I have everything in front of me. The first thing I was going to do was, I thought I only had two molds. I had the pyramid mold and I had this diamond mold. So I was going to do a few of these in different colors and then put those in the middle of the pyramid. But as I was still looking through my stuff, I found some other little molds. And this is not something I bought for me. These are like little tiny figures, like for jewelry. And there's a cat one on here, and my girls like cats. So I said, that's who I must have bought this for. I know I didn't buy it for me. But anyway, I think I'm going to do some little resin cats, and I'm going to put those in the pyramid. Again, this is something I haven't done before, so I am going to be winging it. And I'm probably going to make it a whole lot harder than it should be. And this is the first time out, so I want to use dye. I want to use glitter. I want to use some stones. I want to put some flowers in it. These also I had from when I was doing miniatures. And I think that's about it. I think I have everything that I need. And of course, I have the big jugs of resin. So once I get started, I will keep you posted on what I'm doing. I think I'm just going to do the bottom part first. I do have a plan here how I'm going to lay it out. Whether it's going to work, I don't know. But we'll see. So I will be back once I get started. So I'm ready to do the first layer of this pyramid. But in the meantime, what I did was, I used to build doll houses, and for Christmas I used to decorate them. They were already wired with lights, but I used to get the little battery pack, like Christmas lights, and put those on the display. But I've always hated the power pack showing, so I would usually wrap that up in like a Christmas paper and a little bow on it, so it wouldn't show. I have the same feeling about this pyramid too. I don't want my battery to be on the outside to turn it on and off. I don't want it on the outside. So what I did off camera is I took some popsicle sticks and I cut them down and I glued them together. And I'm going to glue it again. I used super glue, and then I came back and I used some Well Bond. So I plan on sticking this like on the bottom layer of this pyramid, so that all you have to do is, like, turn it over, flip it on. It'd be a whole lot easier. Well, I think not easier. It'd be neater than having the power pack sitting on the outside. So, like I said, I'm making things harder than they need to be, but that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, I have my resin ready for the first part. As you can see, this is like a blue violet. I'm not sure how much I need for each layer, so I'm sort of winging it. So this is not quite, I would say this is maybe 4 ounces. And I got this mixed really good. And then I went and put just 1 drop of this ink in. And then once I got that mixed in, I just put like 2 little tiny dabs of the silver sparkles in. So it's mixed and it's ready to go in. My only concern with this pyramid, or when I'm doing any resin, is always the air bubbles. When you're working on canvas, you can use that blowtorch and you can get it out. But for this, I'm not too sure, and I do have some air bubbles there, so I'll be right back. Okay, I went ahead and took my chance and I zapped it. uh, like I said, I'm winging this. I'm a little nervous doing it, but anyway, this is my first layer. I do see the sparkles. I use flakes. I'm sorry, I use like a powder, so I'm hoping it doesn't go to the bottom. In the meantime, while this first layer is drying, I'm going to go ahead and start making the little tiny molds, using the silicone molds, and I'm going to put some resin in them. And I think I'm going to do the little cats, but I'm going to do those in different colors. So that would technically be my second layer. And that's going to be the layer that I'm going to be really concerned about, because I got to make sure that layer covers the whole little cat that I'm putting in there. And then the rest of it would just be layering and layering it. And I'm not too worried about the other layers. I don't even mind if the lines show. This is not going to be blended. I don't care if it's blended or not. Where it looks just like one layer of resin. I know it's going to be layered because I'm going to put lights on. So anyway, let's let this dry and see if I can work on those little tiny cats that are going to go. That's going to be the next layer, and I'll be back. Okay, well, something just blew my mind. So I'm going to share it with you. As you can see, I use the Jacquard blue violet when I did this, and I really like it. It looks like it's a blue and a violet. I really like the color of that one. So now I wanted to do the little molds, and I just used just a little bit of resin, one part, but just a little bit of resin. And I did the same amount. I put one drop of it in there. But I guess because it was so, the resin was not as much as the other, it actually came out a purple, which is fine. These are the colors that I want, the blues, the purples, the gold, so it's okay. But that just showed me that when you can use the same amount of ink, but it depends on the resin, how much resin you use, whether it's going to change the color or not. So I just wanted to show you, this is the first ones. This one's even darker than that one. So I'll be back. Well, it's been a day. I let this dry a full day. And I'm ready for the second layer. And I changed it up again. Like I said, I'm winging this. So as I'm looking at it, I'm changing some of the stuff that I was going to do. This layer, I was going to put the little cats in there. I still don't have that. I don't have all of them done yet. But here's one that came out. And it came out good. I was shocked that even everything came out of the mold, including that tail. I was a little leery about that tail. Anyway, I want a little lighter color here. So I mixed up some more resin. And I this took like 4 drops of gold. Whereas that one only took 1. But it's like a brassy gold. And I just wanted this a little bit lighter before I put anything in there. So I'm going to do one more layer. And hopefully it's a thin layer. And then I'll go ahead and the next one will be where I put something in it. Okay, what I'm doing, I'm breaking for a second because I think I'm going to use this same gold in the little mold that I'm doing and make sure I have enough of it. Okay, and I think that's good. I think that'll work. Okay, layer 2. I'm gonna give it a couple of minutes and then I'm gonna pop those bubbles and then I'm gonna move on. So I wanted to give you an update on how far I've progressed. The next layer is the layer where I put these kittens in. And that's the layer I think that's going to be the most difficult. That and the very last layer. Because I've seen videos where you have to hang them down or you do the popsicle sticks. And like I said, I have 40s to do. And I just don't see it ending up the way that I can vision it. So I'm going to try to do it my way and see if it works out. It may or may not. So I have 3 of the little kittens completed. And all I did was put just a drop of super glue on there to stick them on the little squares. And that is because when I have them suspended to turn them upside down, I want something flat here to hold them. Because, you know, my popsicle stick, your popsicle sticks are up here. But I want mine to be in the middle somewhere. So anyway, I'm just trying to think the process through with this resin. So what I did was I came up with an idea where I have a silicone cup and I'm going to put a little resin in here and I'm going to make a base. And then I'm just going to put these on the base. I have one more to do, one more color. I'm going to put those on the base. And then it'll just be one piece that needs to be suspended in there. So this way, all of the cats at the same level. Because this is the first time doing it, I thought maybe one would sink, maybe one would fall off. I don't know. The other thing is I don't do much with a hot glue gun. I have about 4 different sizes in there. I just don't like hot glue guns because for me that's not permanent. People do a lot of decorations and, you know, different crafts with them, but it's not permanent. If I do something, I want it to be permanent. However, I'm going to have to pull out that hot glue gun to put on the on this base to attach to the popsicle stick so that I can pull it off. So what else have I done? Oh, and the other thing I did was I decided I was going to put bottom on this little bridge. Actually, it's a dam because the resin's going to be going around it. I put a base on there. If not, if I would have put this on the bottom of my pyramid, I would have had to glue it on and then resin it. So this way, I think if I could just lay it down and resin around it, it should hold. Anyway, I just didn't want, I'm trying to keep any resin from coming on the inside because this inside is like perfect for the battery pack and for the wiring to go up the side. Anyway, that's as far as I've come now, waiting for this last cat to dry. And I've been waiting like 8 to 10 hours for these things to dry because I only have one mold. And trying to think ahead on how this is going to end up working out. But this is going to be my hardest layer. So when I'm ready to do this layer and I got this contraption set up, I will be back. Well, I'm halfway through. Let me pull this off. This is the popsicle sticks that I glued together, and they're really sturdy, that I plan on putting on the inside of here. I got this to fit in here really snug, so I am not going to put any glue around it. I think it's going to stay nice and sturdy. This is the little contraption I came up with for the cats. So the idea is just to glue one part on here, just the center, and then turn it upside down. I always run into a problem. It's always something. Anyway, everything else is glued on this little piece. Good except for the blue one. so I'm just going to have to sit and just let it cure and hope it stays on there. So I can't, until that dries, I can't move forward. I got my glue gun where I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here. Turn this upside down, put it on, and put it in, and I'm going to do my resin pour. The one thing I know I'm going to have a problem with is I won't be able to torch it with this wood in there. So I'm just going to try to mix it as slow as possible to have few amount of bubbles. And then when I pour it in, I'm just going to try to pour it in very slowly to try to get the minimum amount of bubbles as possible, because I won't be able to blowtorch it with those wood sticks in there. So again, I have no idea how much resin I'm going to need to cover this. So I'm going to try to do maybe a little extra, and it's okay because I don't know if you can see it, but the girls did some mosaic coasters. So if I have any extra, I'm going to go ahead and just coat those for them. And then I also have that diamond mold. So that diamond mold is going to be for another project. But if I can get it knocked out now because I have the extra resin, that'll work. So I'm going to let this dry a little bit more, try to get that so it's nice and solid. And then I will mix my resin and I will come back and show you the pour. Okay, so I have my resin mixed, and I just put just a tap of the glitter. It's like a multicolored glitter in it. This is just nerve-wracking, but we're gonna go for it. The glue gun, the plug wasn't long enough to fit over here, so I had to go ahead and do it in the kitchen. So it's on there, and it's been about 5 minutes, so I'm going to stick it in. And I'm going to start pouring. I did really good with this stirring. Oh my gosh, I stirred this for about 10 minutes and I stirred it really slow. And I got very little bubbles. So let's see if this works. And I thought I had did too much resin. It looks like it's straight. I did 16 ounces, 8 and 8. Okay. And I want it right up to that ring. I'm not going to go any further. I'm going to leave it just like that. Because my nerves are shot. So, okay, so we have this in here. I'm just going to let that sit. And it looks like it's even all the way around. The next layer here, and I can't touch that. I don't have too many bubbles now, so I'm not even going to chance to blowtorch. So we're just going to cover that up. And then I'm going to just see if I can get a little resin on these coasters. I don't think I have enough for the diamond. So, which is good. It's okay because that's another project anyway. I just thought if I did too much resin, I would have some left over. But I think that's going to work. Anyway, we're going to let this dry and we'll see if it works. First of all, I want to apologize because if you hear any banging, it's because they're doing construction next door. And I only have one take to do this. Anyway, I got this one layer in and it's dry. It's really hard. But yes, I ran into problems and I don't know why they showed up, but they did. And I just got to keep moving on. First of all, this was supposed to be a clear. I wanted this one clear. It was clear when I poured it. All I did was put a dab of sparkles in it. Glitter in it. It was clear when I poured it, but it didn't dry clear. It dried a tint of yellow. I don't know why. I'm going to move on. I'm not going to worry about it. The other thing is that this actually worked. Sorta. It went right to the level. That was fine. Pulled it off. It was fine. It had a little bit of gob of glue on it. That was fine. But then there was some glue that actually stuck to this piece right here. And this piece is not under resin. So I had to actually get a small piece of sandpaper and sand it off. And I scratched the bottom. And that's fine. Because when you resin again, that'll fill in. So no, and then I had trouble getting these lights in. Getting them to fit is fine, but getting them all four corners to lay down is not fine. So, I got it the best I could, and I've already mixed this. This is going to be the next to the last layer. And this is a really light gold, because I want the lights to show. And just a couple of dabs of gold glitter. So, I'm ready to get this done, and trust me, I am tired of this. Okay, so let's see. Let's just hope it covers the lights. I have my lights taped on the outside to try to hold it in place. We don't want this to come up any more than it is. And it may. I think I'm going to just try to use this. I used 8 ounces. So it's really not that much in there. I really wanted to have just enough for the last layer with the little piece that I'm putting in for the battery pack. And this may do it. Okay, I'm going to play it safe. I do have a look. You know what? What will be, will be. I only had a little bit in there, so. Okay, and it looks like the lights are all underneath. Yep, they're all underneath. Okay. So, this one didn't have too many bubbles. I'm going to go ahead and hit the blowtorch with it. And then we'll be ready for the very last layer. So I will be back. We're going to let this dry, and I'm going to let it dry for about a day. Well, this is my last layer, and yeah, I messed up. But it's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. I went through all of this trouble making this, and I am 1/8 of an inch too high. So I can't put this in here to house the battery pack because it'll be too high. 1/8 of an inch. So that was supposed to be, this was supposed to be my last layer, which I was going to put this in and then these little gems around it. Okay, so that's not going to work. So I decided to just keep the same color, which is it's like a teal, and I put a dab of teal sparkles in it, and we're going to call it a day. So it's already mixed and ready to go. It's really light, but I am through with this. To be honest with you, I don't feel too bad because this is the first time I did it. I just won't know what it looks like until it is completely done. So this, it takes it almost to the top. I don't think I'm going to have a problem with the wire, but I've got maybe about 1/4 of an inch, and that's fine because if I decide to maybe put some felt on the bottom of it. So I already thought about that. That's plan B because I don't want it to be wobbly. I want it to be nice and flat and even. So I may just put felt on the bottom of it. I also have, and I can't forget, where are they? I did make these feet to go on the bottom, if you can see those. So that would also give me, it would lift it up a little bit. So anyway, that's the last. We are going to let this dry, and then I am done with this one. And we'll get it out of this mold and see what it looks like. I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm finished with this. Here's a close-up of it. It's not too bad for the first time out. I definitely learned a lot doing this. So, I mean, this was definitely a learning experience. This area right here that I had to put those cats in is filled with air bubbles. I could not use the blowtorch to get those out, so I'm not happy with that. But all the other layers look really good. Anything I could touch with the blowtorch got those air bubbles out. So that's a live and learn situation. It does light up. So this is for one of my granddaughters. And this, I think I'm going to leave it the way it is. It fits the purpose. The only thing I hate this pack being on the outside. So I have to do another one for the other granddaughter. I'm going to try really hard to get this battery pack inside. I think I have an idea how to do that too. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for going through this journey with me. Please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you like the content. And I'll be back with another craft only using supplies that I already have. For 2026, we're not buying anything. Have a great day.